Welcome to the new podcast, Westin Whines. Its debut. We're going to be talking about some really bad animated movies. I'm with my buddies, Logan
And Jace.
and we got a new cameraman, Taylor Salim.
From Salini Reviews.
Yes, so this is a new podcast. We're going to be doing worst animated movies. At least I'm going to be focusing on worst animated movies on this podcast.
And we just get to suffer and watch them with you.
Exactly. Anyways, the movie we're going to be talking about, right? It's going to be I don't even want to utter its name because of how bad it is.
Trolland.
Woo! Yeah. And honestly, I don't know how I found that movie, but I just saw it and I thought, yes.
And it did.
Yeah, it did. It did. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of suffering right now. It's so hot in this room.
So what are your initial thoughts about
Oh my gosh.
Trolland?
It was miserable. It was a miserable experience like I'm experiencing right now with all this heat in this room. It was bad. It was really bad. And I don't know how to reiterate because if I'm I'm pretty point blank about mine. I'll say whatever it is on my mind. I'll be brutally honest. That was one of the worst movies I've ever watched. Probably going to be the worst animated movie I will ever see.
What how about you give us a little synopsis of the plot that it does have?
Well, there's the book opens, it's like Shrek or whatever, and it opens and it's like, oh, these trolls have been pranking humans for hundreds of years, and they're like hiding out, and like I don't even know where this takes place. It could take place in freaking Chicago. Actually, no, it can take place anywhere in the American Northwest, I would say, but still, it's just bad. And the plot like goes from being about trolls and then humans like joining with the trolls in some kumbaya relationship at the end.
Yeah, it goes to some pretty weird places.
And it's just like the animation distracts you from what like if any of you guys watch it or anybody that watches this watches Trollland, you will get more distracted by the animation. The plot is so boring.
I still, it's like not even animation. It looks like it was made in VR chat.
You have any input on that, Logan?
Wow. The only thing I have to say is definitely they can't even grab stuff and they levitate when they walk.
Yeah,
They're floating across the screen.
I mean, Taylor, our cameraman, refused. Like we showed him a bunch of small clips, and I mean, what's your opinion on it?
No.
That's
no.
gross.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Taylor, he watched a little bit of it, and he instantly left and didn't want to do it anymore. So, to get more into because I don't know, the plot is just so lackluster to me. I don't like.
There's no real plot really. It's just scene to scene to scene.
It's kind of generic.
Yeah, very very generic storytelling. It feels like a fairy tale, but set in a weird era where it's like modern times, and the trolls are still like bogged down by tradition.
And
so
there's
dumb.
like very big name actors in this
Mhm.
movie.
And that's what carries the movie is that there's like big name actors. Like the one I can name right off the top of my head is Dick Van Dyke. I don't know why he chose this. I don't think I think the creators just were like, hey, we'll give you this much money if you do. It feels like a cameo. You know how you pay creators?
Yeah, I don't think they saw any of the animation
No.
of this actual movie. I don't think they
No.
went into a sound booth or anything. I think they like sent their lines over text or something and were like, all right, here you go. Where's my $50 for this?
That is true. That is very true. It's just like I can't get over like the unnatural like going more into the animation now. It looks like they have arthritis. Like Logan was talking about it, but like seriously, it looks like they have arthritis. Shaky hands. They have like the shakiest hands in the world. Taylor, you have some issues with shaky hands on the camera. So would you like to reiterate that or?
Nope.
So, who's your favorite character out of the bunch that we do have?
So in terms of animation, right? I'll maybe it'll be shown in the podcast when it's done. But my favorite character is Olaf. He's the one of the camp counselors, or Jessica because she's interesting. But seriously, Olaf, because the actor puts in the most work for him. He is interesting. The animation's so bad on him that he moves around like a broken stick figure, and it's like seriously, I can't emphasize how bad the animation is.
And
But he's I think he has the smoothest animation out of all the characters.
yeah, which is not
It's not saying much.
Not a
The most
compliment.
work was put into Olaf.
Yeah.
even
more
though
than
he's very
anybody else.
stereotypical.
Yeah.
He's the crazy old man. That's it.
Yeah. I remember showing Taylor, our cameraman, the scene. You know the scene where he throws what did I say it was?
Cocaine
Yeah,
bombs.
Taylor just said cocaine bombs. That is true. I mean, I don't know if that's school appropriate. I don't know.
Cocaine bombs.
Yeah, there you go.
Cocaine bombs.
Cocaine bombs.
So apparently in the movie, I don't know if Taylor knows this, but it's like flour. It's apparently flour.
Yeah.
Because apparently the trolls are invisible. And the animation doesn't help because it looks like genuine like bombs. It looks like explosions. Like
Like little plastic wrappers. and it just
How
makes
can
you
you not imagine it as
Yeah, and-
cocaine?
it just makes you wonder. Cocaine bombs.
So the next thing is the clipping. So what I mean by clipping is I have a list by the way. The clipping and the animation. So clipping and lag are so prevalent in the movie. It is embarrassing how much there is. And this is supposed to be a genuine attempt at a film. Literally, I don't know if I'll pull in a scene of this, but I'll just describe it. The kid, Hayden, one of the main characters, runs through the forest. He's running through the forest with like some scientific notebook. I have no clue why he has a notebook. He runs straight through the forest, and it's like he's getting hit by branches. The branches are phasing through him. His notebook is lagging across the screen, and then he falls to the ground, and the notebook is massive. Like from the shot, they just enlarged it. They didn't make it far away or anything. They just enlarged the photo of a JPEG, and just were like, yes, that works.
There's a lot of JPEG usage in this movie. From cookies, JPEG images of cookies,
To the
to
little-
backgrounds that are incredibly blurry and pixely just from it being downloaded.
Especially in that golf cart scene.
He's literally driving a golf cart on a still picture. And what's funny is that when they walk on it, they are levitating because the still picture is not animated, so it doesn't move.
It almost seems like they're moving up and down as they walk.
Exactly. That's the problem. They don't animate it, so it's an issue.
It's VR chat.
Exactly.
Confirmed.
I will say, one of the good things about Olaf that that you see a lot more of towards the end is Olaf has his own podcast about trolls.
Does he?
Yeah,
Really?
So for
a little bit meta here, but
yeah, Taylor. I suppose it is meta, but to reiterate, right? Me, Logan, and Taylor did not get through the film. We got about 3/4 of the way. Taylor got about a quarter of the way. Jace watched the whole thing. So give your condolences, please, to Jace.
is it worth watching the rest? No,
No,
it's
no.
not
Is
at
it
all.
worth it even sitting down and watching it?
No.
No.
You know what? If you have nothing else to do,
If you want to make fun of something,
yeah,
watch it.
yeah.
And then I'm just gonna reiterate how dumb the plot is and where the trolls are hiding. They hide in a cave right next to civilization, right next to a bridge.
And they copy and pasted all the trolls in the cave in the gathering.
Same
It's
models.
like 20 of the same face. It was kind of creepy.
Yeah, maybe slightly edited. maybe.
Maybe it was
Mhm.
rare.
And like to end this off, right? The company apparently, the company that I found that was accredited to the movie is called the Asylum. So we know where it came from. It came from an asylum, and to be honest, only insane people would think this is a good movie.
It was a group project. Took some years off their time there,
No, it did
or
not.
maybe added some.
I don't know about that one. Anyways, since this is near the end of our podcast, we got to give our ratings of the movie. I mean, we kind of rambled on about a few things, but the movie has generally no like structured. The plot is all over the place. So, for me, this movie sits at like a 2 out of 10, maybe a 1, but I'd give it a 2 just because of the voice acting in some of the parts is not broken. The animation is just what drags it down by far, and the plot is just generic and boring, and no one wants to watch something that boring.
All right, Logan.
I'll give it I'll give it a 2 strictly because it was just funny to watch and that was it.
You know, as someone who's finished the whole plot, I'm gonna have to say it really drags it down. but I'd say a 3.
A 3?
When
Why?
the scenes where we watched together, it was a lot more fun. If you're watching this by yourself, it's a 1.
You're gonna suffer
If you watch it with other people,
with the boys or something.
it's gonna be more enjoyable.
Yeah, with the boys on a Saturday night, it'll be pretty. It'd be a pretty bad watch, but it'd be pretty funny. All
Yeah,
right.
there we go.
Well, anyways, that's the end of the first Westin Whines podcast. Thank you for joining us. We're gonna be
Thank
doing
you.
more animated catastrophes. I'll give a little hint, actually, a little hint. The next one is about a panda. He's a fighter. The new soundboard. Okay. But anyways, it is going to be a good watch, and it's going to be a good review. Also torturous to watch that thing. So anyways,
Yeah.
thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.